Go.
Oh,
No boundaries.
it
No
was
boundaries.
something. It was something that I wanted to talk to y'all about, but I forgot.
Well, we're going to give you opportunity to talk about it, Tata.
I
What up,
can't
ladies and gents? We in the
remember.
building once again. Another episode of the No Boundaries Crew. This is episode season 2, episode 28. I be your man, Big Pee Wee.
28.
That's Juan Fuego,
What
Deacon
up? What up? What
Zaid,
up?
and
Peace.
Tata in the building.
What up?
Man, oh man, oh man. All right, before we even get started, ladies and gents, what I need everybody to do as you guys watch this on YouTube, I need you guys to click down below. You know what I'm saying? Click down below. Click on that subscribe, click on that bell. We drop a new episode every single Thursday on this Throwback Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you guys click on the bell so that you guys don't miss out on the episode. Plus, we're on Apple, Google, Spotify, and Anchor podcasts.
Anchor.
So, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to miss out on that also. So please make sure that you subscribe, share, let your folks know what podcast you guys been listening to. This is a great water cooler talk on Zoom. Since we
Not
can't
the
go into the
water cooler.
office, everybody be on. You can
Right.
talk about it on Zoom when you at work. You know what I'm saying? How's everybody doing? Everybody good?
No
Yep,
complaints,
yep,
brother.
yep.
What about yourself?
Hey,
Chilling.
hey, long week, man. Long week.
Man,
Yeah, it's been a
Z,
long
you ain't
week.
lied, homie. This has been a long
Man.
week, homie.
A lot of Hey man, 2020 is something else.
It's been a long 6 months, okay?
It's been the
a long
longest 6 months ever, man. And this man, this week, like I said, was tough, man. Well, these last couple of weeks, but you know, as we all know, between Blake, between the white kid, between brother Chadwick Boseman, between John Thompson, like, I mean, it's just one thing after another, man. And
One thing after another, man.
yeah, for real. But I would love for us to start with giving some shouts out to and some rest in power, rest in peace, rest in paradise to brother Chadwick Boseman and John Thompson for sure. Especially Cedric, man. No disrespect, but for Cedric, I think that, I mean, John Thompson for sure, as far as basketball, being one of the first black coaches to win a championship,
Georgetown,
things like
man.
that. A lot of the lives that he's changed, you know, and taking a lot of these kids who might not have had an opportunity to go to different universities and taking them in and being not just a basketball coach, but a father figure to them. I think that shows much respect in that world of basketball. But I think Cedric, in a way, was just not in the U.S. Like we talking about the world. You know what I mean? With what he did, man. And yesterday was a great moment, a celebration. And even Trina, you know, my wife was asking, like, have they ever done this for anybody? Like, show their movie straight out and then have a memorial service for him, like on, you know, ABC. And I just think that what he did, especially some of the people that talk, like he changed. He was really our superhero, bro.
Man,
Like
real talk.
he was somebody that really, when you think of it just a movie, but it's so much more, because like I don't know who I had. I didn't have nobody to look it up to, you know, unless you want to talk about some wrestling people, some Junkyard Dog, you know what I mean, or Mr. T. Or so. I'm just for real, but right. But it has a super action hero on like that look like you. And not just a movie. Like they said, it wasn't just a movie, man. It wasn't just an action flick. Like this movie was, it was transformative, dude. It was like,
big time.
It was like, it was everything. It showed black people in a different way of who we are and what we could become. And I love it because it has so many hidden gems. It was almost like, look,
man, come on.
We've been getting it down like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all got everything y'all got from us.
Right.
Pretty much. And don't forget it. You know what I mean? But I think that it gave our kids something to look to. My daughter was crying yesterday. And even with her at 6 years old, and you know, like I told y'all before, we try not to hide some stuff from them. So she knows about Kobe. She knows about, you know, Chadwick. And for us, and, you know, even when we told her who he was, like, she was like, really? Like, he was in the movie, like he was Black Panther. And it's just like, I mean, even for adults, man, I just think he was so much more, especially when you learn about his upbringing and college and all that. I think that, you know, he was a great dude, period. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say a great Black man. He was just a great man, Black man, whatever you wanted to put. Like, we lost a good one, man.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. You know,
to portray all of the different characters that he did.
I was just about to say
not
that.
just, you know, Black Panther, but, you know,
James Brown,
Jackie Robinson,
James Brown.
You know, just iconic.
Oh man,
Thurgood Marshall. You know, iconic people for us in our lifetime.
Yeah.
X.
For sure.
And then he also did, I think it was Express. Didn't he do Express?
He did. He was the football. He was
what's his name?
He wasn't Jim Brown.
No,
he was, no. He wasn't Jim Brown. No.
No.
He wasn't Jim Brown, but he
else.
He was the person that came after Jim Brown.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. But
that's
Ernie
true.
Davis.
Ernie Davis.
Yeah.
Yes. They didn't even talk about that when they mentioned the stuff. But yeah, for sure. I think that.
Did you guys watch 21 Bridges?
Oh man, it's monster movie.
No, and I didn't even see. I didn't even see Five Bloods.
I haven't seen that either.
I watched a little bit. I haven't finished.
I haven't seen that either. But 21 Bridges.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
21 Bridges is good, man. Five Bloods, also really good movie. You know what I'm saying? You got to see him. You got to see him.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
it's crazy just to think that he did all of that battling cancer. It makes you think as a person, like, what am I really fucking complaining about here? You know, like right now, my back is hurting right now, my lower back, and I'm trying not to complain. You know what I mean? But it just makes you think, like,
it put things in perspective.
It put most a lot of things into perspective.
Because I was seeing some memes where people were talking about how skinny he was getting, and you know, it's sad that when you're in the limelight like that, people, you know, you're up for scrutiny. You pretty much, even if you want it or don't, you when you're a celebrity or whatever entertainer, like, you know, your life is up for scrutiny. And it's crazy that he was going through that and people didn't know that. They thought something was wrong with him. He was sick or whatever. And this man was battling. Like, that's what one of the dudes that was in the movie was like, dude, I had no idea.
Right.
Like, he's filming movies, like multiple movies. Like,
and it's like, and it's not just like movies where he just like walking around. These is action, you know, and
plus, he's the star of the half of these movies that he was in. So that means, you know, he's on hours at a time on set, you know what I'm saying? And putting in major work. But, you know, when you really look at his story, like you said, he is a superhero, man. I mean, the characters that he played were special Black people in our culture. And, you know, I got to even salute his circle, man. His circle kept it quiet.
Hey, listen. For like, how you 4 years and you ain't heard of Pete?
Man.
Yeah, those some true friends.
Man. So, you know, we do send our prayers, our love to his family, his friends. I know, like I said, Z, and we all said it. I mean, this is a hard one, you know what I'm saying? Because we seem like we're losing a lot of good ones. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we can't argue, we can't fight, you know, about who gets to go home.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, all day homegoing, we can't complain about it.
Man.
You know, it's the reason why.
This is why they say, man, give your people their flowers while they here.
While they here, man.
Because for real, like, I got a message from someone that I truly appreciate. It was late night. But I like, it just touched my heart. Like, when, you know, sometimes you just get that text from somebody, just let you know, like, man, you doing a good job. Not let you need it, not that they have to, but when you get those things, man, it make you feel good, man. So I think
absolutely
that we should definitely give people their flowers, tell people you love them, thank you, show appreciation, man. There's some people that help me, and I'll be like, thank you, and they be like, Z, like, you're bugging. And I'm like, no, like, I genuinely thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't want you to ever think I take you for granted.
Right.
So
Right.
man.
Bet.
Most Hey, so before we finish up talking about our brother Chadwick Boseman, I want to do a one gotta go, man.
For sure.
Chadwick Boseman, one gotta go. I'm not even gonna put Black Panther, none of the Marvel joints in there because those are the iconic ones and we know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna throw those in there. But we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like this. One gotta go. I'm gonna give y'all 4 movies. All right, 4 movies.
4.
You guys gotta tell me which one you're gonna let go. All right, here we go. One gotta go. Chadwick Boseman. Get Up. That's the one he did with James Brown. Get Up.
Hey, that was
I
that
never
was
even
good.
seen it.
Hey, Talia, you gotta see it. Dude.
I never
I
seen
watched that one on and off.
Oh, it's go. Oh, I love that part. Go ahead.
It
I'm
was
sorry,
certain
Pete.
pieces of the film. He looked just like James
Dude,
Brown.
talking,
I haven't seen that
moving. Yeah, yo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Get
All
Up.
right,
Okay.
Jackie Robinson, 42.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Robinson, 42. Thurgood Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
And 21 Bridges.
Mm.
My black car gonna be so revoked because
Yeah, I know.
I haven't
Me
even
too.
watched like 3 of them.
You're tripping. You're tripping. Yeah, you're bugging.
So we got 21 Bridges, Get Up, 42, and Thurgood Marshall. One gotta go. Top since
Count, double back.
you know what I'm saying? Since you
Double
only
back. Double back.
you only watched 1 out of the 4. We're not gonna start with you.
Thank you.
So we're gonna start with Juan Fuego, man. One gotta go.
Come on, Elder.
Thurgood Marshall,
I would
42,
probably
21 Bridges, or Get Up.
I would probably say oh God. I probably would have to go with the James Brown movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that one.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I didn't
Wow.
expect that.
I would probably go with the James Brown movie.
So James Brown got to go. So you'll
Gotta
keep
go.
21 Bridges, 42, and Thurgood Marshall?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not expect that at all.
No, not
Gotcha.
from you, Juan Fagan.
Man,
Well, I mean, I have to. I only watched on and off of that movie, right? I didn't watch it fully. So
Right.
21 Bridges was off the chain to me. Like I just love that type of movie. Thurgood Marshall, I'm all into like government and stuff like that. So that was intriguing. And then 42, it's a sports movie. I mean,
I can
sports
dig
guy.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Okay, all right. Juan Fuego. Zaid, one got to go. 21 Bridges, Get Up, 42, or Thurgood Marshall?
Easy call. I'm gonna go with 21 Bridges because I haven't seen it. So that's easy. Yeah, but I plan on watching it. I'll probably watch it this week for sure.
You're gonna like it.
It was good.
No, listen. Let's be real. Just because he gone, rest in peace.
No, I'm saying
the movie was bad. It's okay.
No, I'm saying it was good, but it wasn't like I could have. Yeah, it wasn't. It was like either that or I think what's the other movie that was out at the time, Slim or something with the 2 people on the run.
Slim and Slim and somebody, Queen and Slim.
Slim. I could have went and seen that over 21 Bridges.
Okay.
Like 21 Bridges was a little predictable to me.
Was it really?
And I mean, Queen and Slim to me was just cool. It was cool.
Yeah, it wasn't all that either to me, Queen and Slim. But I mean, most movies today are very predictable.
I just like the dude.
The dude is predictable.
The dude is just a good actor to me.
Oh, no doubt.
Queen and Slim. Yeah. I like.
Oh yeah.
Because he was in something else.
He was in Black Panther.
No, I'm not.
Yep,
it's not
he
Black
was
Panther.
In Black Panther.
It was
To Get Out.
Some movie. No, it was some movie where it was a corrupt. It was with Viola Davis and what's the white man?
Oh man. I know.
Oh, and he
Oh, he was like the gangster.
Yeah,
I know what
yeah,
you're talking. Oh,
yeah.
what is that? I know what you're talking about though. Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
husband, the husband
Yeah,
played
yeah,
dead
nah.
or something. Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was a good
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
That was a good one.
What was the name
I
of
can't
that?
think of the name of
Wasn't
it.
it like that? Wasn't the kitchen something?
No, that
No.
wasn't
No,
the
that was
kitchen.
something different. But same kind of. Those are kind of
Right,
yeah,
right.
similar
Yeah.
type things. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What
What about
was
you,
the
All right,
name?
P?
so let's get it top. One gotta go. Get Up, 21 Bridges, 41, or Thurgood Marshall.
I'm,
It's okay if you do the same things IE did.
no, I'm gonna say James Brown just because I'm just say James Brown.
So is James Brown one of the ones you saw?
No, I ain't
Mm-mm.
seen none of them but 21 Bridges. But I'm just gonna
Can
say
we?
James Brown.
Is there a way to take cards like online? Like,
Cards.
can you take black cards online? Can we like? Can she like put it somewhere where like she can't?
I know that I'm gonna do that
I ain't gonna hate on you. I
this
saw a
month.
video of a
I'm gonna
dude-
watch him. I'm gonna watch
Hey,
him.
no lie, I saw a video of a dude that I follow on Instagram. He was like, people was going in on him because he didn't see Black Panther. And he was like, yo, like, why I just couldn't have seen it? Like, maybe I'm not an action guy like that.
Right.
And
Yeah,
believe-
like them
only saw-
Avengers and all of that.
Right, I'm
I
not
ain't
into that
into
either.
that.
But I watched Black Panther.
But I did watch Black Panther.
Right. Yeah.
And I almost didn't watch that, but it came on and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch. Then I was like, oh, this shit good.
Oh my God.
So let me ask you guys a question. Black Panther 2.
Black, yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you feel that they should keep him as Black Panther, or they should do the same in was that actually in Black Panther, him going back, seeing his father and passing the torch. So do you feel that they should pass the torch to somebody else for Black Panther, or do you feel that they should retire Black Panther
They
as
need to leave
Chadwick
it
Boseman?
alone.
Yeah,
They should just leave it
I
alone.
saw something where they said they should make Killmonger like how he could come back from, you know, he was dead, obviously. You know, Michael B. Jordan, have him come back and be a good guy now. But yeah, I think it should be done so. Because if somebody else does it, it just, you know how we do.
Yeah, you know how certain, just sometimes we don't need all these.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need all them sometimes. It kills, like Bad Boys. Like the last one, it wasn't all that. It wasn't all that to me.
That was because Martin is fat.
I mean, like, it was still funny, but it didn't top the last one. It didn't top the one before that. They could have left it.
Now, if we can go around the room, excluding Black Panther, superhero.
What you mean
What
by
you say?
Superhero.
Like,
what?
who was your superhero?
Yeah, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man.
I'm kind
Nobody.
of weird, bro. When I was growing up, I used to like Aquaman.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to like Aquaman, bro. He'd be under that water, man, like forever.
Oh my God.
I did.
Oh,
I liked Aquaman. Yeah,
Oh
he
my
was my
God.
guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Me, I guess I would say Superman.
A superhero?
Yeah, I guess I would say Superman.
I mean, Tata, Catwoman?
No,
No.
hers was Foxy Brown.
Yeah, right.
No. I Power Rangers, man.
Okay.
What color
Yeah.
though? What color?
The pink one.
Oh my God.
Hey, low key, I couldn't wait to get home and watch Power Rangers out. Low key though.
Well, listen, if we doing that, then mine was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles type.
Yeah,
stuff.
you was
know what I'm saying?
y'all was in turtle.
Yeah.
Y'all was the turtle people.
Yeah.
Y'all was the
Yeah.
turtle people.
All right.
Mighty.
What about you,
Morphin.
Pee Wee? Pee Wee, you never answer these questions.
I mean, for me, you know, I would, as far as superheroes, I think my favorite has always been Batman. I don't know what it is about Batman. Like, you know, millionaire dude dressing up, fighting crime at night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
And slapping the shit out of Robin.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right, so do me a favor, ladies and gents. As you guys watch this, you can comment, let us know who your favorite superhero is. And plus, you can also play One Gotta Go. What movie of Chadwick Boseman you would let go? 42, 21 Bridges, Get Up, or Thurgood Marshall. Let us know which one you would let go. All right, you can comment below. Let us know. All right, man. We've had a lot going on. I mean, that's just one thing. And we wanted to pay respect where respect is due. But we also lost another Black life last week in Jacob Blake in Wisconsin. And I'm going to tell you guys, I have never heard of this city in my life until this happened.
Me either.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Never heard of it, but it is tragic. And gentleman was shot in the back 7 times.
7 times.
I don't understand, why 7 times, let alone 1 time, but 7 times? Like, you pretty much almost emptied your clip in his back.
How about
especially
ahead,
when we see all of these videos of other races that are not brown doing and saying anything they want to the police, walking away from them. I saw one today. The dude was like in his face. It was in the white dude was in the police face. I'm like, well, what you gonna do? Well, what you gonna do? The police grabbed him and tussled him down to the ground. They got back up and he still never drew his gun, bro. Never drew his gun whatsoever. I don't understand why it's different for us than everybody else. And I've said this on our podcast. What did we do to you that you hate us so much? What did we do? We didn't ask to get on the boat.
Yeah, hey, you brought us.
We didn't ask to get on the boat. We didn't ask to pick the fucking cotton. We didn't ask for you to beat us. We didn't ask for you to rape our women. We didn't ask for you. We didn't ask for none of that. And you hate us? Like, what did we do?
Right. And it's so funny that you say that. Before you go, Juan, it is that question. What do we do? But if you look at who is the peaceful one and who is the thugs,
right? Like truly, like
true
in
thugs.
real life.
Listen,
Gangsters, thugs.
Yeah.
Who are those? And it's so funny how they present us as that, but in reality, they are the ones.
It's to answer. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
To answer Juan's question, I really think it's fear.
Oh, big time.
It's a strategic attempt to make us these villains, to make us these criminals or people that you should be scared of. And it's been happening since we got here. And I think that it hasn't changed. It's funny that we're talking about this because I have a friend and like his thought is, he shouldn't have walked away. And why was he fighting with the police? And he had a record and all of this stuff that to me, I'm just like, regardless of that, did he deserve to get shot? Like 7 times? Like, I feel like, I don't care if you did fight with the police. First of all, it was 2 police. You fought with them and you got up. So that means they lost 2 of them. So that means you walked. And I've asked multiple of my cop friends. I said, listen, the man walked from one side of his car to the other. He didn't run. He didn't like grab a gun. He walked. Like, I would have rather you drop kicked him. You could have drop kicked him. You could have shot him in the leg. You could have DDT'd him. You know what I'm saying? You could have DDT. You could have did a whole lot of stuff, but wait till he get to a car. So let's talk about that. Then another side, you see, well, if he reaching in his car, you never know what he was getting. You let him get that far. Let's take it to the streets. If me and Juan fighting and he say he going to the car, either 2 things gonna happen.
You know what he going to get.
Listen, and that's my point. Either 2 things gonna happen. I'm not gonna let him get to the car, or I'm running.
Right.
One or the other. Because we could see that video, and then the excuse is, well, he had a pass. So again, I asked my cop friends, I said, when you get on calls, I said, when you get a call, what do you know about the situation? And multiple cop friends told me different things. They said, Z, it might be a domestic violence thing, which this was. So that's all you might know. So you might show up and you know it's a domestic violence thing. One of my cop friends said he's had plenty of those. He tell the dude, hey, dude, either you could leave or you could go to jail. Pick one. He said most of the time the dudes talk crazy, but they mostly leave.
Right.
And then if they do get aggressive, of course, you got to do what you got to do. But for this situation, it's crazy that people are quick to bring up his past, like his past made him deserve to die, or, well, not even die. So we can talk about that. But let me get to this first part and I'm gonna be quiet. So they keep bringing up his past, like almost like we have to explain our death almost. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when a black person died, we go to their past. Like, well, he wasn't he wasn't the best person. So I don't know why we saying Black Lives Matter. But anyways, let me get back to this point. So we always do that. We go to their past. Like their past determines what's happening now. Like they deserve to get shot. Right. And I'm gonna say this last thing. It's funny, but it's not funny. That policeman shot that man 7 times close range and he didn't die. I don't want him policing my neighborhood anyway. Because obviously you can't protect nobody if somebody trying to get me and you shoot somebody 7 times and they ain't die. I'm just saying.
But the killer part to me is this. So you shoot him 7 times. You know that he's paralyzed. Why are you shackling him to the bed?
Still shackled.
Like, where is he going? No, they said he's not shackled anymore. But where is he going?
Yeah, because people demand it. And see, that's what I'm saying when they say our voices don't matter. Like his dad or uncle, I think it was his dad or uncle who got up there and said, like, he's shackled. Once that gets out,
it was his dad.
Now people are like, hold on, why is this happening?
Right.
Now those kind of things. So I feel like when people say our voices aren't being heard, like they're being heard, but it's still bad things going on.
Right. And so now, okay, you get all of that. You now you have the protest, and you have a 17-year-old who his mother drives him. I don't know how long it was, but it came from Illinois.
30 minutes.
Drove him too.
Yeah, drove him down there.
Drove him too.
He shoots somebody, right? Shoots 2 people. She drives him back, right? And did you hear your president today?
Oh, I heard what he said.
Oh, I missed it. What did he say today?
He said, well, yeah, he said, are you, the reporter asked him, are you condoning or, taking up for what he did? He's like, well, he was trying to get away, and they really, he said they really treated him bad. They were really trying to hurt him badly.
This is what he said. So
they said they were trying to hurt him. So we're looking at everything. You never said shit about him shooting nobody.
Right.
Never. You never said none of that. You said, well, yeah, he was trying to get away, and they were going to hurt him out. I mean, they probably would have killed him.
He did say that.
Really?
Oh,
yeah. So first and foremost, let's get this straight. First and foremost, you go from Illinois, you cross county lines.
What that sound like?
County lines.
State line.
My bad. State line. You cross state line to come to a protest that's not even in your city.
Hold on.
2.
He didn't have a 45 or a little gun.
No. See, that's number 2.
He had
He had a long gun rifle, an AR-15.
Illegally, he's 17.
That was my name. Illegally. So number 1, you cross state lines. You come to state lines with an illegal AR-15. What are you coming across state lines for with a AR-15?
You didn't hear his reason? You didn't hear his reason?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was his reason?
His reason was he was there to render aid. He had a first aid kit. So watch this. So the same friend that was talking about this, he told me, he said, hey, Z, he was like, I really believe that kid was there to render aid. I said,
render aid with a rifle?
That wasn't the first thing. He said that he was going to protect the businesses
that ain't even yours in your state
that were possibly being looted.
Right. And then
Who are you?
That's
And
what he went.
This is what he
said.
said. And the biggest point of this, Pee Wee, and I'm sorry to cut you off, brother, but this I've been having some disagreements with some people, and it's kind of like hurting my heart.
You know what today, not today, but in general, like some clients will come in and I just won't even we're not gonna discuss it because it's gonna be to a whole nother level. I had a client the other week and she was like some about Trump and this and I'm a vote. I said, I will not be doing your hair ever again.
Oh my God.
I won't be doing it.
Damn.
You go and vote for Trump if you want to.
Hey, but Talia, I'm with you.
I ain't lying.
But Talia, I'm with you. I think that there was a, like at this point, like my friend is, you know, I mean, he's still my guy, but like it's some stuff that I'm not going to talk to you about because where you could look at Blake's past and you saying that this kid who crossed state lines, 17 years old with an AR-15 with all his friends looking.
There's no there's no reasonings for that.
There's no reason for you to show up at this is a perfect example. You rendering aid. Once again, I try to do my research. Pee Wee, talk to a cop friend of mine. I said, if a cop is rendering aid and a kid walk up with his little pack, what they gonna do? He said, I'm gonna push him out. I'm gonna get him out the way. First of all, you got a gun. You ain't no cop. What you protecting? That's one. Secondly, you got a first aid kit. You not a paramedic. That boy was out there playing his little Fortnite with his friends. That's what he was doing. They was out there trying to get something going. He had that first aid kit for his friends just in case something popped off with them. If you was protecting the business, why was you away from that business for you to get separated from your friends anyway? It's a lot of ways to look at this, dog, because my friend has sent me some videos. I've been watching videos and everybody has their own angle.
Right.
So I feel like it's a media, for sure it's media spinning a lot of different ways.
Media
and the biggest issue is for me is how we can criminalize one and then make another one a hero.
But you know, you talk about people having different angles and all that in their videos. You only need one angle. He's coming down the street with a AR-15 rifle.
Right.
And you don't say or do nothing?
And you don't think he was talking real tough? You don't think he was talking tough to people like he the police? You're not the police.
Well, my question is this. Is that city an open carry state?
It is an open carry state, Pee Wee, but however, you have to be 18, and he wasn't from that state.
Well, I'm just asking. I was just asking.
No.
Is it open carry?
Well, let me ask a question, though. Even if it's an open carry state, you can openly carry an AR-15?
That part I don't know.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Like, can you openly carry that? That's number one. And then number two, that as the police were passing him, how is it that someone with a gun holding a rifle and you guys just passed him on by?
They gave him water.
They gave him water.
Gave him water too. Yeah.
Well, that was afterward. Was that afterwards?
No, I think that was before.
Stay hydrated, buddy. Stay hydrated.
They were thanking him for thanking his crew for being there. And in my mind, I'm thinking, when you was getting shot, because I saw another video, and it showed the protesters and them and the homies with the guns. Like, that's weird that the protesters don't have guns, but the people with guns are, anyways. But where were the police? That's my question. When all this was going on, where were y'all?
The police
y'all was just letting it go down?
They always turn a blind eye. This is part of the tactic. I mean, it goes back to when Juan asked the question, why do you hate us so much? And, we have talked about this on the show. And when you look at the history of the police department, when you go back from the conception of what the police department was slave catchers. Yeah. And so that bloodline has always been there since day one, through the conception, through the 60s. I mean, the 60s was even worse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, it was like black people that had no rights at all. Police can beat you and everything.
Dogs on you.
Right. I don't know if you guys, and I'm not trying to switch subjects, but have you guys seen or watched the new HBO Lovecraft County?
No.
No.
It's Jordan Peele and J.J. Abrams.
Oh yeah,
So
he crazy though. You know, they crazy.
So it's on HBO Sundays, and it literally, they talk about segregation. And as we know, there were times where, and still to this day, sundown states. Sundown states. Like, how is that possible to me that you guys can make put a law in place to say it's sundown, and you, people of color, if you get caught out after the sun goes down, anything can happen to you. You can get hung, you can get shot, anything can happen. You can come up missing.
Why would they even want to live there?
For you.
That's my point. Why would you even want to live in that town?
But okay, you got to think about it, right? For some of these people, what else can they do? They don't have nothing. There's no job. There's no.
Right.
How can you just get up and move or leave, and you have no means to get up and move and leave, right? Some people are stuck in these places because
Absolutely.
there's nothing. There's what we see or what we have as opportunity. They've never seen it. They've never seen it. You go to some of these places, man, Mississippi and all these places down south, bro. You think you've seen some shit? You ain't seen none.
No,
That's like we got an office in Blue Springs, Mississippi, and they're like, oh, we might need you to. No, I'm not going.
I'm good.
You just ain't going.
I'm not going. I am not going.
Can we do a Zoom on this?
I don't even want to be on the Zoom.
For real.
But you're absolutely right, Juan. I mean, that's one of the reasons why places like Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, all of these down south states, the racism is so thick is because these people have never left outside their bubble. Right. And so literally it's just a trickle down effect of just spewing hate into your child and into your people, into the community that you're in. And so it never changes. It never stops.
Right.
Because
I do I truly believe that racism and prejudice is taught.
It is.
I believe it's taught. It's learned behavior.
For sure.
Because you're not raised like that. I always tell people, if I take my girls to the park right now, and down the street, it could be white kids, Mexican kids, Asian kids, and they just if they see you hiding, we playing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm jumping in. It's until we put our emotions and our whatever on them that they start to act differently.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, we all know it, Z. I mean, kids, when first time kids see each other, they kind of like, they little hesitant. Before you know it, they running around the park playing with each other.
They cousins and shit.
For real.
I gotta fill you out first. You cool? Okay. All right, you cool. Let's play.
Yeah.
Type deal.
Yeah. And that's such a sad thing because I feel like when you talk about that, I feel like there might be hope. When I think about that, how it is a learned behavior, I feel like when you put people in uncomfortable situations, like the uncomfortable conversations I have with my friend, like, it's okay to agree to disagree and still be cool. But I feel like you need to have those conversations with people and let them see a different part, because if they've heard all this about another, color of people or race of people or ethnicity of people, and they meet you, like, you could truly change their mind about how it is. And, that's why I say there's hope, but people got to be willing to have the tough conversations.
they gotta be willing to have that.
And I'm with you, Z, but, when you get into them sticks, that's a hard conversation.
Oh, well, I ain't going to no.
It's a hard conversation.
I'm like, homie, you got to come to the city.
Yeah. Because some of them is closed-minded and they're not trying to hear the conversation. It is what it is, and it is. And I think it's also generational also. That's another piece to it too. I think it's generational. I just hope that, at some point, the world can get better, and I see a change, especially, when you're seeing people out protesting, Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. that there are Caucasian people out there protesting too. So,
Right.
you know, they're kind of helping with the movement of crossing over. I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and this may blow your mind on this one, right?
Uh-oh.
So, I was working on the show, and I was taking a phone call, and answered the phone, said, "What would you like to talk about?" She says, "I like to talk about Black Lives Matter." And I was like, "Okay, what about Black Lives Matter?" She goes, "Well, I want to talk about how Black Lives Matter is part of Antifa."
Okay.
How did Black Lives Matter
Right.
end up being part of Antifa?
Right. I think that there is a
Juan looking confused as about.
yeah. But I'm gonna tell you why people could think that, or just to me, let's put it like this: Black Lives Matter has an organization. If you read, because I've read their bylaws and stuff like that, it's it's a little different. When I say Black Lives Matter, I'm talking about Black lives. I'm not talking about as a movement. I'm talking about has a saying, has a personal opinion of mine that Black lives matter. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think there definitely is a difference between saying Black Lives Matter and actually being part of the Black Lives Matter movement, because some of the stuff that they are agreeing with and in their bylaws and stuff like that, all of it I'm not with. You know what I mean? But as a Black man,
Like, can you give me an example, Z?
Well, for one, it kind of doesn't talk about like marriage per se. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. We got to look it up. We need to spend a day on that.
Okay.
We need to spend a thing on that, like actually looking up the thing. Yeah. So
For me, when the lady said it, it kind of threw me off because I kind of go back to it's always I look at it like this: the KKK, Ku Klux Klan, still around. They're not even a terrorist organization. They're not even labeled that at all. None at all. But they're still roaming free across America doing their thing. Black Panthers was the same as the Ku Klux Klan. You know what I'm saying? Took care of their community. That's what Ku Klux Klan was, to take care of their community. Black Panthers did the same exact thing. What they do to the Black Panthers? Got rid of them. Got rid of them.
yes.
And so when you look at Black Lives Matter, here it is. They can't. There's so many things that so many branches that they can't nip. You know what I'm saying? They can't cut it off.
Right.
And so their goal is to hopefully that it dies down and we can sweep this underneath the rug.
But see, I think that's what I'm saying, Pee Wee. Like, you can get rid of Black Lives Matter as an organization all you want to, but the sentiment is still gonna be here. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Lives matter. You know what I mean? So it don't matter what you do with the organization. Like, people are still gonna be fighting for Black lives.
Right.
You know? But it's the same difference as when you say Black lives and now it's this all Black lives matter. You feel what I'm saying?
And see, for me, it cracks me up when people be like, all lives matter. Aren't you saying the same thing that I'm saying?
Pretty much.
Aren't you saying the same thing that I'm saying? But all lives matter. Okay, so if all lives matter, then why are we holding this conversation?
So why you mad because I'm saying Black lives matter?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just me. Just my opinion.
Just
mind-boggling, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But I kind of get back what Juan was saying, and I want to jump into, I think Juan said it and Z, you said it too, just on why they hate us. And, you know, and then Z said it's the fear. And I think if you watch the RNC, you saw that play out in the RNC of just straight fear.
Fear.
It was just nothing but
everybody
fear.
talked about fear.
Nothing
they didn't
but
say
fear.
fear, but they spoke on everything they talked about was putting fear in the people's heart of they gonna come to your neighborhood and they gonna do. It's like, dude, what are we watching a movie right now? Like, what is going on, man? But this is, and for people not to think that the president hasn't started this or he isn't condoning this, is ridiculous. You just had a whole RNC and it was promoted here. So for you to say that you don't have nothing to do with what's going on or it's not part of you is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And I look at just this president, and I agree with you. You look at this president right now, and at no point does he stick up for the black community. He has a certain talking points that he continues to talk about. The getting black people out of jail. That wasn't even him. That was Kim Kardashian.
Right. He just
Right.
rode the wave off her name.
Come on. That was Kim Kardashian. Talking about he's giving money to the HBCUs. Okay, knock it off, dude.
Hey, you are not. Closing. Some of them still closing. So I'm trying to figure that out. Where the money
you are not. So, and then, you guys, I know you guys have heard it. I've done more for black people than any president alive.
Oh, that's what he said.
He said, then he'd be like, well, maybe Abraham Lincoln. He always Abraham Lincoln. Like hey, that man crazy, man. For real, he really crazy. Like, I ain't even saying it crazy, like funny. Like, for real, he crazy.
It's something mentally ill. It's something is really off.
Yeah.
And I know I've said this multiple times on the show. I think, seriously, I don't understand how people listen to him talk, listen to his speeches, and say, this isn't true. Like, that's not right. That's not true.
Or like listen to him and be like, dude, this he's definitely the leader that we need.
Right. But at the end of the day,
it's a lot of people out there that really think like that.
No, for real.
But it's because you just had a black president. And again, when you brace into it, you just had a black president that they did not want in there. And so now that this guy is talking their language, he is the great white hope.
On a side note, I think that, and me and Trina talk about this all the time, that some people have voted for him due to what he did do for people that own businesses and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And which I'm not mad at, because I think when we're looking at who to vote for, you should be looking at what they're going to do for you and how so I'm not mad if you voted him because you knew that as a business you were going to make or this much or whatever, except all that stuff. I'm good with that. But I need your next statement to be, but I don't believe everything else he's doing, or he's an idiot, or I'm not for everything else that he's doing. Because if you don't, then you're pretty much condoning what he's doing. But I do think like us, like our vote, like whoever you're voting for, I think that you should be looking at the things that they're going to do for the community or the things that they say they're going to do and vote accordingly. For the most part, I think that we just vote Democrat or Republican, because I'm always a Democrat or I'm always a Republican, so I'm going to vote that way. But I think that some people, even though they might be Republican, if they're business owners, they knew that something, as far as tax breaks and stuff, it would be beneficial for them to vote for him. But like I said, just because you vote for somebody doesn't mean that you have to believe in everything they did. It's a lot of people that voted. There's a lot of people that voted for Obama, but don't think he did anything for the black people. So it works both ways. So, but I'm saying, though, I'm not mad at you because you voted for him, but tell me why. Like, what was the reason? You know what I mean? Like, what did you think was going to happen or whatever, so.
But I'm with you though, Zeke. At the end of the day, that's your choice. Whatever your choice is, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? I can't fault you. I can't be mad at you because you wanted to vote for Trump. For whatever reason, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want you to be mad at me if I vote for Biden. You know what I'm saying? That's my choice.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I do want to say this, since we're on the topic of voting, and I think Tata brought this up in the group chat and saying that as of today, we are literally 60 days away from casting our vote. So I do want to say this, since we are 60 days away, please, ladies and gentlemen, please get out and vote. It is important. It is imperative that we get out and cast our vote. And I say this, and I'm really big on this. We've had so many people of color fight so hard to lose their life for us to freely go and vote. Even though they got voter suppression that's still going on now, it is nowhere near what it was back in the day.
Right.
But they fought hard, and a lot of people lost their lives because of it. It is your right. It is your God-given right to get out and vote. So please, November 3rd, right?
November
Yeah.
2nd.
Yeah,
November 2nd?
Second.
Okay,
Yeah.
November
Third. I
2nd.
think it's the third.
Yeah, I thought it was the 3rd.
Well, let's
Yes,
get it
November-
together,
Oh,
people.
well,
It's November 3rd.
Second or
Okay.
third,
It's the
it don't
third. It's
matter.
the
Hey,
third.
be ready.
It is the
Be
third.
ready.
also too, for the people that mail in ballots, you can also take your ballots to your well, if you're in California or LA, you can take it to Norwalk County Registry, I think it is.
Yeah.
You can take it up there hand delivered if you don't trust
Yeah.
the mail. And if you do decide to mail, make sure you put 2 stamps on it just in case they be with that
Just
book.
in case. Yeah.
And if you don't know where to vote, how to vote, any of that, vote.org. You can find out everything you need to find out about where you should vote, how you should vote, where you can take your ballots, all of that. It's real, people. It's real, right? And we got to exercise our votes. As Pee Wee said, our ancestors fought too hard and went through too much for us to get to this point and not exercise that right.
Right. And like my father always says, you can worry about the president and all that stuff, but it's your local votes too.
Yeah, you got to vote local.
And he says, oh, this is the reason why you have certain sheriffs in place, because the mayors y'all voted in are putting these sheriffs in or these, all these people, councilmen and all this stuff, you put them in place by voting or not voting.
Right.
So if you're not doing that part on a local level, like I heard something on KJLH, dude said, be quiet. I said, okay. Like, he's not
Hey, but that's real talk, though.
Yeah.
That is real talk. At the end of the day, if you're not going to cast your vote and be part of the solution, don't talk to me.
Right.
I don't need to hear nothing from you. Don't even talk. You got no voice in this. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Let's switch this up before we get up out of here. On Monday, it went down, man. On Monday, it went down. 1.2 million people
1.2
viewed in to one of the biggest versus battle I think they've ever had on Instagram Live, man. Monica versus Brandy. Oh my goodness.
It was
let's go around the room. Let's talk about it. What's your thoughts?
Talia just left the concert. She was just,
I'm still hyped.
Look at her.
It was amazing, right? And a lot of the songs I either forgot about or just like you hear the songs, you come and you like, man, that was the cut. Well, that was the cut. When Brandy did, it was 2 songs that I love from her. Is I Want to Be Down, the remix.
Oh yeah.
And her and Wanye.
Yeah.
Broken Hearted. She put them on. Oh, I was like,
Juan was in the room like,
It was lit. It was something that we needed right now. Definitely. I think it was definitely
really
something
nice.
that we needed right now.
For sure.
But it was lit,
I know, like, again, a lot of folks was like, Brandy. But when you look at Monica's catalog,
Right.
woo, you was like, woo. Okay.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch it. But for me, like, I'm more of a Brandy fan than a Monica fan.
Right.
So I was like, I probably would have sided with her anyway if I was listening, would have been a little biased. And she from Carson, you know what I'm saying? Represent. She from the other side though. So
oh God.
Just saying.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When it first went down and they brought it up, I said, I'm the same with you, Z. I'm Brandy. But after watching it on Monday, I'm gonna have to get this one to Monica, man.
Wow.
You know what? I don't know. It was just the whole vibe. It was just like it took me back. And I'm like, I need to pull a little playlist out on in my iTunes.
Right.
And Ooh, I would have to. Ooh, it's so hard.
I know
All
it's
right, you
hard.
got 5 seconds, Talia. 5,
I would
4,
say
3,
no.
2, 1. Oh my God.
They both won. God damn it, they
No,
both won.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They both
no,
won,
no,
but
what they say, we won. We won.
I would have liked to have seen Monica sing a little bit more. I can say that.
Did Brandy
Like-
sing a lot of her songs or what?
She was singing. She wasn't
singing.
singing,
Like singing
but she
along?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was doing a lot of ad libbing and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Right. I just think that Monica, I don't want to be trying to talk about my girls, but it kind of seemed like towards the end she was just kind of a little over it a little bit, just a tad. But it was good. It was good. I seen Michelle Obama in the comments. I was like, okay, Michelle.
Yeah, it was a lot of
everywhere.
celebrities.
She be everywhere. I love it.
Michelle, Kamala came on at the beginning talking about, I'm here for with a little Howard hoodie on. I was like, okay. Yeah.
I thought that was dope. I thought that was dope for her to come in the beginning and talk to him. I think that's one of the things that I truly enjoy, especially now in politics, that we have more people of color that's in politics. And this is where they come from, at the end of the day.
Right.
And they're not detached from the people so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you look at Barack and Michelle Obama,
Listen,
Barack was singing Stevie Wonder.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like they not so far detached from it that they not trying to be different. Like I'm a flip it on y'all. Like even Kamala, I'm sorry. Like she's married to a white dude, but she still come on, dude. She went to Harvard. Like she still got it in her. Like and I could appreciate you not acting different, in front of your people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like trying to switch on them and stuff like that. Like I feel like that's a whole nother topic. But people feel like you need to change when you get somewhere. Me, I don't call it acting white. I call it being professional. Like when you're in a professional environment, you act professional.
Yeah, right.
And when you outside then you do what you got to do. So when I hear this, oh, you acting black or acting white, I'll be like, come here, man, if you don't knock it off, I'm in a business. I'm trying to keep my job.
You be out there acting white? You be out there acting white, Zay?
No, I'm good. They know me.
That's that systemic racism right there, though.
Indeed it is.
That's all it is.
Hey, man.
And it's so funny. This is another one. I don't know if I talked to you guys about this. What's the dude? Now, see, I didn't forgot it just that quick. Hold on. Dang it. See that? The dude's name. And everybody talks about him.
Hey, but real quick, I'm tired of Talia trying to play me like I won't put these hands on people.
Ooh.
Right. Let's be real.
Hey. Pump the jump up.
What they say? I'm not a killer, but don't push me.
Hey, I'm a lover, man. I'm a lover.
Right. We
Uncle
already
Tom.
know.
Who?
Uncle Tom. People use that phrase of you being an Uncle Tom.
And it has nothing to do with,
Nothing.
Right.
If you know the history of Uncle Tom, the phrase that it is used is not even close.
Right.
So bad.
They did that on the Jeffersons episode one time.
Talking about the Uncle Tom?
Yeah. Kind of explained it all out and everything.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Half the stuff that we think is bad is just because it's just been like used
portrayed
that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So it's just like everybody takes it on, has this bad thing,
and I still don't get it, man, because black is beautiful. Like, what's the problem?
I mean, say it again.
I just don't understand, bro. Like, what did I do? Why do you hate me?
Again.
Black is beautiful, bro.
Say it
That's
again.
That's because they want some of this black skin. That's it. They want some of that melanin.
They hate us,
they
right?
Want some of this
they
melanin.
hate us, but they getting the butt injections, they getting the lip injections, and they getting tans and all of that stuff. I just don't get it, man. I'm trying to
they
figure
just
it
mad
out.
because they don't age well.
Hey, just like they say, they love us, but they love our culture, but hate us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Facts.
They be out there trying to
Absolutely.
twerk and everything.
Man.
And you know,
You
I
can't
think-
move it like the sisters though.
Oh,
I think my biggest one is, you know, they always say that black people are lazy. That's my biggest one.
Hey,
When they
listen.
say black people are lazy.
listen, and I love it too.
What
because I'm
about-
trying to figure out who is out there picking that damn cotton.
You know what I'm saying?
Who was out here building your empire?
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
we made America.
Come on, dog. We was out there in the you don't knock it off lazy.
Yeah.
Well, they say we lazy now because we won't pick the cotton no more.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So so
Get out of
yeah.
place.
Now,
Now you lazy.
Now so you don't want to do you lazy. You don't want. I want the same fucking opportunity you got.
Exactly.
Facts.
And on that point, Juan, I think that so many of them think that we want these handouts, like that we want this, like things given to us. Like, no.
Yeah.
We just want when we come there
We want
that you give us a fair shot.
fair.
Like,
Exactly.
I don't need a
Be
handout.
fair.
I'm just saying, when you see my name, Zaid, don't think that off top that I can't do it.
Right.
Or looking at me like, Zaid, like, where you from? Like, dude, I'm from America, my dude. I'm here.
I mean, but you look like no.
Here you go. Here you go. No, I'm serious. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that. Like, nobody
Right.
wants no handout. Nobody wants you to give me nothing. I
Bro.
don't need no extra. Just give me an equal opportunity, like you said, to
Equal
play a field when
opportunity.
I get there. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, when I show
Exactly.
up, they be like, "Oh, you the manager?" Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You the one that's been fixing everything. So now I'm looking at you a little different, huh, Juan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
matter of fact, you have to answer to me.
Oh, they don't like that. Hold on, I gotta get the camera on that. They don't like that.
You
They
have to
don't
answer to me.
like that.
Yeah.
You gotta answer to him now.
Yeah. You got to answer to me. So, well, you know, when you want a day off,
Wow.
Who you gotta come to?
yeah, you got to. It got to pass my desk.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And they don't
That's
like
crazy.
it, bro. They do not like it. Oh, I was expecting somebody else. You know, your name is Juan. Yeah, I'm Juan.
And I'm
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, right. And I'm black. And my
are
sister
you-
name's Sonia.
Are you look? Are
Wait,
you
even
from,
though they got some Hispanic names, they black.
They black.
Are you from the Dominican or? No,
Compton.
I'm from right here. Well, where did
Compton.
you go to school? I graduated from Compton High.
Oh, yeah.
But to me, isn't that crazy that they gotta ask all these questions about you?
But the funny thing is, Pee Wee,
I
and it
didn't
is
even
because
answer.
if we met a white, we wouldn't even think like that. We just like,
Facts.
yo, what's good? Like,
Right.
what's up? Like,
You know what the post I've been seeing now is, why is it we love America, or you want us to love America so much, but you don't love us?
yeah. Doc Rivers said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just crazy, man. It's
it's
crazy,
really
and I still I just want somebody to just tell me why you
Question of the day.
What do we
Question
do?
of the year.
What do we
What
do?
did we
Like
do?
why do you hate me so much? What did I do to you?
Yeah.
What did even my ancestors
Right.
do to your ancestors for you to hate me?
Mm.
Especially now. Like
We learned how to
especially
read.
now.
Learned how to read.
After y'all was mad that y'all couldn't keep slaves, so y'all had a war.
But
Man, come on.
that's what it is, bro. They mad at the fact that
Come
And
on.
lost.
we got freed.
Right.
Right. That
Y'all,
is-
we wasn't
Like, when
supposed
you-
to be
see,
freed.
I love it when
Yeah.
we talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
People like, Z, you're going too far. No, I'm not. Because if I'm going too far, why these people still want the flags of the losing team? I'm just saying.
Come on. But see,
Yes,
this is
sir.
the thing, though, Z. This is the thing. They don't want to have this conversation. It's because this is a difficult conversation for them to
For
have.
them.
It's a very difficult conversation, you know, because they got to now, see, again, like Juan said, they come in, they ask you a whole bunch of questions. And the reason why they ask you a whole bunch of questions is because they feel they have the right to
The
ask
right.
you these questions.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I'm your supervisor. You don't. I don't have to answer
I don't
you.
have to
Hello.
answer nothing.
Like,
Right.
that's
I
not how
had
this
this one
goes.
guy tell me. He was like, I sent out an email because I got a new team together, and I sent out an email saying that I wanted to meet with them. Right? He sends me back an email and says, in the future, can you send me an email separate? I like to keep my things private. I said, what did I ask you to do that was private? Well, I just don't want everybody knowing my business. I'm not sending that out to you specifically. You go up to the meeting,
Right.
and we go
It's
from
a
there.
meeting. It's a meeting. Like,
And I'm like,
like
what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, and he's like, well, maybe there's a miscommunication. You don't understand what I'm saying. There's no miscommunication at all.
Right.
There's a meeting.
Be there.
Be there.
And I'm sending one email.
And it's just that simple.
Everybody.
But that's the privilege.
Right.
Yes.
Privilege.
And
That's all it is. Here's a privilege.
he's a crew chief. So in my meeting, I'm like, some of you that are crew chiefs right now, you may not be crew chiefs moving forward.
See, they be messing with the wrong person. One, you know what you are. I ain't gonna say.
And they're like, well, they didn't say that in our offer. They said that we were going to keep our same position. It's just your salary won't change. You just won't have the title.
See, yeah. And see, and then Juan, you so mean. You'd be throwing that out at meetings and stuff. He'd probably looking like, he talking about me. And now he go email
I was talking
you like,
to all of them. I don't know these people. So if you're not going to do what I need you to do to be successful in this job and make me look good, I got to get somebody in there that's going to do what I need them to do.
And
it's just that simple.
Hey, Juan, at the end of the day, this was business.
Yeah.
hello.
This is way business is
Hey,
done.
Juan, the HNIC up in that thing.
But
Hey,
if I hire you to do a job,
Right.
you are hired to do this job.
Right.
If you cannot do this job, I have to find someone else that can do the job. This is a business. This is not friendship. We're not buddies. We may go out and drink, but that's about it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when we walk through these doors, it is business.
I had a real close friend that used to work up under me, right? And he would come to work late. I wrote him up. And he was like, I can't believe you wrote me up. Why you
I can't believe you was late.
You're not doing what you're supposed to do. I got to do my job.
Yeah.
They not firing me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for real.
They not firing me because you're my friend.
Right.
Nah, bro.
Hey, facts. At the end of the day, this is what it is, man.
Yeah.
And folks, and Z, you said it. You know, I'm not being white. I'm being professional.
Yeah.
This is business. It is being just professional.
That's
and if
it.
you do your job, you keep your job. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do your job, I gotta find somebody that's gonna do it.
Right.
And
That's right.
and as somebody said, I don't know who said it, but it was like, you know, black people always looking for handouts, but it ain't black people that looks for handouts. It's the opposite that always looks for handouts.
Mhm.
We don't look for handouts.
Right.
It's the others that's always looking for handouts.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Yeah.
but again,
yeah.
they disguise, and we don't talk about that type of stuff, especially with not minimum wage, with
Affirmative action.
not affirmative. See, God dog it, I'm over here losing my train of thought.
Equal rights, equal pay.
Welfare.
Welfare. Thank you, Juan.
Okay,
Jeez,
yeah.
Louise.
Look, I'm like,
I'm just trying to stay in the ballpark. I guess.
Yeah, it's probably more white
I
that
lost
are on
it.
welfare than it is black.
Thank you.
You know
General
what, when I just
relief.
thought about this, when I just thought about how I said it's professional over being non-professional, let's not get it misconstrued. There are privileged black people too.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just about people who like the kids, not all the kids that I coach, but some of them are entitled, and these are black, white, Mexican, Asian. It don't matter what they are.
Yeah.
Some of them feel like because I'm here that I need to play, and that's taught. You know what I mean? This stuff is taught. It's across the board. Right. About what you're teaching your kids and what you're teaching them how to work and what they and how to work for what they get. And if you haven't done that, then you're gonna act and react from a place of privilege. Mm-hmm. And what we're saying is like, No, like you don't deserve, you know what I mean, anything in this world. Like you got to work.
But
Everybody
some of
gonna
that
work.
also too, Zaid, is not privileged. Some of these people think that they are better than what they are. Be it in your, kids that play for you, be it people at jobs.
Right.
They think in their mind, I've been here 20 years. I know this, that, or the other. I'm supposed to be you're still not doing the job right.
But why they can't think highly of themselves?
I mean, you're supposed to. If you don't, who else will? I get that, right?
Hey, but it's a thing called reality.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
it's like it's. I hate to say this, but non-attractive people, right? If they don't believe that they're attractive,
I cannot.
Who else is gonna think that they are?
Just log off.
Hey, one. I know somebody who like it. I know somebody who like it.
This dude right here is
I feel it. Let me tell y'all something on the real though before we close, man.
God.
I appreciate these Mondays, man. I appreciate to come on here and talk to my peoples, man. And,
on this Thursday, I get you.
On this Thursday,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and just be able to vent, man, and talk to my people, because I'm sure it's a lot of people like we are having these tough conversations with people, especially people that we thought like, dang, I thought I kind of knew, you know what I mean, and but I appreciate it, and I hope that we helping people.
You know what, though, Zaid? Here's the crazy thing. There are a lot of people who want to have this conversation and either can't or don't have anybody to have that conversation with.
Right.
They don't have an outlet. They don't have a group of people that they can, bounce ideas off of or anything like that. It's a sad situation that we're living in and going through right now, right? And we talked about it before and all that. We really don't even understand or know what some of these kids are going through mentally.
right.
This distance learning that they've come up with, hey man, this is a shock to some of these kids.
Yeah.
It's a shock. They're so used to being around other kids and all of that, and now you wake up in the same house, you go to school in the same house, you finish in the same house. Some of these kids don't leave the house at all all week.
One thing, me and P probably got, we have young kids, and I know if you ask Press, she's like, I hate it. Not because of that she's not learning, but she wants to interact with her friends.
Right.
Like teenagers cool. Some of them like, shoot, I get to stay home. Shoot, I'm straight. Like these kids, babies.
And they get to the point, I got a couple of clients and they like the older kids is just like, shoot, I'm at home. It's like, I can't get in trouble. I can't get suspended. I can't get detention. So what?
Right. Yeah.
You know what?
And then on the plus side, some of the kids are doing better online than if they were in person.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man.
Right.
Yeah. COVID-19, man, it's a real pandemic that's out here. So please, ladies and gents, still continue to wash your hands. Put your mask on, you know what I'm saying? Your social distancing.
Put your mask on, because we're going into Labor Day weekend, and the governor then opened up, the malls and everything else.
Now, when does that take place? When does the actual opening happen?
That was Monday.
Oh, really?
He should have waited till after this weekend.
That's what I'm saying. So,
listen, I
already know.
I ain't going nowhere.
And I understand that it's in stages, right? You have to be at a certain level of stuff for 3 weeks before you can move to the next stage. So that's setting up for failure.
Yeah,
especially this coming weekend. That's not going to make it through the week.
Right.
It's real confusing how he have it as far as I know businesses, but because it's like salons and barbershops can open, but it's this it's different tiers, but then they can open. But it's kind of still like at your discretion,
right?
If you want to open or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so ladies and gents, like I said, it's a real pandemic out there. Please make sure you guys continue to wash your hands, put your mask on, and social distance. We are 60 days away from our voting rights. get out and vote. If you got to take a group of your friends and drag people out the house to go vote, please go do so. If someone even tells you my vote doesn't count, slap them in the back of the head and drag them down to the polling place so they can get their vote on, man.
So now you want us to go to jail?
Yeah, so we got to get violent. You trying to get physical.
Well, the good thing about all of this is at least all of the NBA arenas are opening up as polling places.
Yes.
Right. They've already made the agreement with Dodger Stadium, and I'm hoping that the other baseball stadiums and, you know, all these arenas and these convention centers,
bigger venues.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, question real quick. Okay, by them doing that, you know, you have your specific voting locations in your area, zip code, right? So how is that going to work as far as them, everybody going to Dodger Stadium or everybody going to Staples? How is that going to play out?
I believe, and I hope that this isn't a wrong statement, but I believe that you can go to any polling place and get your information added to that place.
Okay.
Now you have a designated place, right? That for your convenience, but you can go to any polling place.
But I would add that to the U1. I would hope that it would be, if you live by Dodger Stadium, you don't have to go to a small. You could just go to Dodger Stadium.
Right.
Like, don't live in Carson and go all the way to Dodger Stadium. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, that's because some, we got some people that.
Oh, no doubt.
You know.
No, I feel you.
I remember at the primary or whatever it was, we were at our polling place and it was a pretty long line, and people were like, "Oh, if you go over to, Torrance, there's no line there." People were leaving and going there, right? And they were able to go and vote. So how it works specifically, I don't know, but vote.org. If you have any questions, you can go and find out there.
I'm just taking off, and I'm gonna just take my little chair, and I'm just gonna wait it on out.
Yeah, they said be ready. They said be ready for long lines, and like, if we want real change, man, if we want to see something, man, you better stick up, stick in line, man, and stick it out, man. We stand in line for concerts and shoes and
everything else, right?
And sales and all that. Like, I know it sounds corny, but we do.
We do. It ain't corny. That's what we do.
It's facts.
Let's stand in line for this.
And then also our prayers go out to the family and friends of Chadwick Boseman, Jacob Blake, Breonna Taylor, and all the other brothers and sisters that's out here in America that is not on the front line, that's not on national news or local news, that the same things are happening to them. Our prayers go out to you and your family. We do ask that you guys please be safe out in the streets, because it is getting wild out here, man. So for the No Boundaries crew, that's Juan Fuego, that's Zaid, that's Tata, I'll be your man, Big Pee Wee. Once again, join the conversation. We want to hear from you. Subscribe, click on the bell on our YouTube, and then do the same thing on our podcast, man. Google,
thumbs
Apple.
up.
Yeah, get them thumbs up, man. Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, and Anchor. Please share. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation. We had a lot to talk about today on this Thursday. So join the conversation. We want to hear from you. Hear your thoughts. Good or bad, it don't matter. You guys have a wonderful and blessed Thursday on this Throwback Thursday, man. Have a good one, all right?
Peace.
Peace.